I love how we all like pose when we start. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us for your weekly dose of woo. Remember that if you want to see the entire experience, you have to tune in on Thursdays, 11 a.m. Central. We do 30 minutes of woo to get you ready for your life and your business and all the happy astrology that's going on. That being said, so as of last week, Venus slid into Scorpio. And for those of you who do not know what that means, it means glow up is imminent. Now, here's the problem. Let's be honest. It will only happen if you commit to it. If you half-ass this, don't even bother showing up. Don't even bother talking to me while Venus is in Scorpio if you're not willing to commit. Just decide that you want to be lazy. And that's fine. Like, you don't have to commit to the glow up. But I mean, if the universe is handing you an opportunity, it's best just to grab it. So with this, it's an incredibly direct, assertive energy, which people find can be really hard for them. Oh my God, am I being too much? Oh my God, like, oh, am I too pushy? What if I'm not ready? What if, just shut up. There is no what if with Venus and Scorpio. You are ready. You are having your glow up. A lot of my clients are doing private sessions just around this aspect of astrology right now, so they ensure that they get the most out of it. Now, with this, you also have to make choices with Venus and Scorpio, and the choice is personal or professional. You cannot have it all. You will, because if you try and do both, you will half-ass both. You commit to one. You can have a glow up in business. You can have a glow up in personal. And because so many of us are entrepreneurs who are working our ass off, our default, of course, is, I want to have a glow up in business. I want to have a glow up in business. But if your health is messed up, you have to look there first. If you have toxic relationships that are holding you back, that the eclipse in Libra didn't eradicate from your life, then you have to look at that first. You don't get to skip the line just because Venus is in Scorpio. Make a mindful decision. Don't waste this. So if your personal life needs some fucking work, then you need to focus on that. If your professional life is ready for a glow up, I have a client who is doing national tours and he is so excited and it's amazing. And I just keep telling him, if you get sick during this window, I'm going to be so pissed off that you wasted what could be a multi-million-dollar deal because you didn't focus on your health while you were glowing up. So with this, even if you're doing business, don't make yourself sick. Don't do a 20-hour day without doing electrolytes and vitamins. It'd be great if none of us had to do 20-hour days. But let's be honest. Most of us have done a 20-hour day. If we are entrepreneurs, we have done it where it's like, oh, just all the caffeine. And when that happens, I don't know about you guys, but people ask, how are you still moving? Stubbornness, sheer stubbornness, and a little bit of spite to the haters. Like that is what gets me going. And so to give an example of what I'm doing with my Venus in Scorpio, it's very direct, it's very honest. And it also lets you know who is not committed to you. And so I was hanging out with a friend who doesn't have the success that most of me and my colleagues do, doesn't have the money that most of me and my colleagues do. There is no shame, but he had a real big problem with me making money and me being more successful than him. And he informed me that anyone who makes money is evil and we're hoarders and we do nothing for anybody. And I can state, as being the psychic spiritual advisor to multimillionaire entrepreneurs, they are some of the most generous people in the fucking world. They are amazing. They always think about other people. I know Burlingtina is on this, and I have never once seen her not put other people into her manifestations. I have never once heard her say, what can I do for myself and nobody else? She's always like, what benefits me, but also benefits others. Like, that's the badasses that we surround ourselves with. And so this was an awful 60 minutes with this homie, to which Venus and Scorpio let me know he's getting voted off the island. But my incredibly spiteful energy was like, you know what? I'm going to take this and I'm going to start a donation campaign for the community because, money is evil and people with power can't do anything. So that's what you can do. Even with something negative in Venus in Scorpio, you can transmute it to be something else. And that's what I chose to do. I was like, well, now I'm pissy with you. So instead of being just pissy at you for no reason, now I'm going to do something with it. So you can use this to better your life, but also better other people's lives. Now, that is the point of this class. That is the point of the weekly dose of woo. But I would be remiss in not mentioning Jupiter. Jupiter, as of yesterday, went retrograde. Now, for everyone who knows about retrogrades, they aren't necessarily bad, even though Mercury gives us a bad name. Retrograde means redo, revise, revisit, relearn. It's all about going back and doing small tweaks. Jupiter is in control of your success, your abundance, your larger than life energy. What aren't you aligned with? Because you may be larger than life, but if you go home and hate yourself, that obviously isn't your larger than life energy. If you work and then go home and want to stab someone in the leg, not ideal. This is where you look at and do small tweaks. A lot of people are doing very fine tweaks on their businesses, those little pivots that actually make you successful. Changing the button on the website, making sure that everything is aligned with your communication with your inner team. So not only like your inner team, like your spirit guides and everything, but also I'm in almost constant contact with my VAs and my video editors and stuff like that, the people who I work with on a very, very regular basis. This is the time to do that. This is the time to do the small tweaks with Jupiter. Now, retrograde doesn't mean, it means moving backwards, but it doesn't mean like you need to be moving backwards. You can still have a huge amount of success in Jupiter retrograde as long as you use it effectively. And with that, I would like to bring up causation and correlation. None of this is the cause. None of these planets, none of the energy around you is the hero or villain. You're the hero of your own story, right? They are a correlation. The energy is happening around you. You choose what to do with it. If you want to cock block your own happiness, your own success, your own delight, that's on you. No planet made you hateful. They just may have amplified it and showed you a mirror to make you feel real shitty about your life. And that's fine. Again, use it however you want. Look at how I'm using Venus in Scorpio. I'm certainly not going, and I hate everybody and everyone's mean to me. I'm sitting there going, oh, you're mean? Watch what I do next. Watch what I do next. Get some popcorn. And so I had popcorn for dinner last night and no regrets. That was such a good choice that really fed my soul to be like, yep, this is a meal. This is a meal and I'm happy. I watched Prime, ate popcorn. I was a happy, happy self-care homie. So as these things are going on, now we're going to get into the exercise that I want you guys to do. This is very interesting because we're talking about two different aspects, right? We're talking about two different things, and you can choose which one you do. I strongly suggest you focus on Venus and Scorpio because it will be there for only one more week. Your glow up better happen in the next freaking week. You better profit from this energy in the next week. If you don't, shoot me a text and I can tell you what you fucked up. But be aware that you need to figure out, is it personal or professional? And then what aspect of that you want to have a glow up in. People, I'm just going to pick on Burlingtina this whole time. So thank you for being my sacrificial lamb today. So before we signed on, before we started recording, we do a full session. And that's what you guys miss when you do not come. Shame on you. But one of the things that Burlingtina said, she never said, I want more money. That wasn't her glow up. Her glow up is, I want more subscribers to my YouTube channel and my newsletter. So if we were using Burlingtina as the example, it would be, she would pick business and then she would pick that. She wouldn't pick money. She wouldn't pick prioritizing. She wouldn't pick productivity. She would pick her glow up to be more subscribers. And then she would work on that. So whenever we do things and we manifest, it does not fall into our lap. There is no Santa. Big fat man is dead, and that's fine. What you need to understand is that then you take the action steps that align with you and your Venus and your Jupiter to make this happen. So that's what you would do. You got to pick personal, professional, and then pick what inside it you are going to be working on. And like I said, another client, as much as his is a business glow up, if he does not boost his immune system, he's screwed, because his glow up is going to be a lot of 20-hour days. And he won't be able to do it unless he has an immune system. So guess which one he's going to pick? Not business. Now he better not pick business. Him and I going to fight. He's going to pick personal, and he's going to pick his physical health to focus on, to work on. He's going to double up on the vitamins. He may do an IV treatment. He is definitely going to go balls to the wall, though. So with this, you're going to be looking at that. The other thing you can do, if you're like, oh my God, I just can't pick, I don't know, which is okay. Indecision is fine. You'll get there. Look at your Jupiter. What tweaks do you want to make in your business? What small tweaks to help you in your business can you make? No big tweaks, just little tweaks to be able to grow your abundance effectively. Those are the two things that you can do. And if you are feeling really ambitious, you can do both. I'm not opposed to you doing both, but that's it. You get Venus, you get Jupiter, do something with this energy. And if you feel badass enough, put it in the comments what you're doing. Put it in the comments the results after October 17th, when this is all done. Be able to brag about it. There is not, you are your own biggest hype man. And if you brag about it, other people will brag about it. And it's not about being ego driven. It's about being actually happy with your life. If you are happy with your life, hey, what's going on? I know for a fact that Berlingtina's life is going well. You want to know why? Because she told me. Because we are happy. And that's what Jupiter is happy. It's the great benefactor. Why wouldn't we want to brag about ourselves? We are fabulous. Brag about it. Let other people recognize the hard work that you have put in so that you can do better, so that you can serve more, so that you can make money and make bigger changes. That's what you should be doing during this week. And if you feel the need, obviously share with us. We want to hear, we want to talk, we want to support you. Go forth, be the hero of your own story, and make sure that you are tuning in every single Thursday, as I try and find the stop button, for the weekly dose of woo. It's at 11 a.m. Central, and it only lasts 30 minutes because entrepreneurs do not have time to pussyfoot around.